Hi, welcome to Green Sunrise podcast. Welcome to Green Sunrise. This is just an update. Just an update on what my vision actually is. I'm hoping that this recording works, this video works. But here, we're going to go for it anyway. Green Sunrise is all about starting again, right? It's all about collectively collaborating, communication, talking to people. When we clearly walk about with our head down, right? Most people walk about with their head down and we don't make facial recognition. There is never that eye-to-eye contact. And when we don't have that eye-to-eye contact, really, we are going in on ourselves. We are struggling with our emotions. We are thinking about the past, which makes us depressed. Or you may be thinking about the past and having that smile, that remembrance. Or, worse yet, you're thinking about the future. You're thinking about what you've not got, what you cannot do. We always forget that if we were just to stop and think about where we are right now, then we can breathe and we can be happy with what we've got. Now, granted, we can't always be happy with what we've got right now. Lots of us are going through things that are unimaginable to other people. But with regards in saying all these things, you yourself can still decide on how you feel right now. So when I started the podcast, it was based on my own mental health feelings and the stuff that worked for me. Now, they might not work for you. Maybe 90% of the stuff that I was doing would not work for you. But I was finding these ideas from other people, reading books, listening to podcasts, hearing news on the radio, talking to friends, in work, hearing a conversation. And I only started to act on these ideas. Now, when I started reading books, it was always just self-help books. And it doesn't even matter if it was a self-help book or if it was just a story about somebody else. There's always lessons within each book. I started doing the Miracle Mornings, which was a total game changer in my life at that point in time. I don't do the Miracle Mornings as much as I should. My hours are all over the camp. I can't get to sleep at night because I've got so much going on. I've got so much that I want to do, so much that I want to achieve, so many things that I want to learn at the tender age of 43. I've got two kids, two beautiful kids, man. I don't get to see them as much as I would love, but I know that they're fine, or I hope that they're fine. And me getting time with them will happen more often than not. But at that, as you know, that age of being a young adult, going into young adulthood, they've got their own world to find, right? But they know they've always got me there. So, with Green Sunrise podcast, it was a situation where I'd lost my dad way before I'd started the podcast. But these things were in the back of my head. What kind of message would I have left for other people? I know the message that my dad would have left for me, right? And my mum constantly is driving me forward. She's constantly looking after me. She's bailing me out when I need that person. My mum has always been there. My family are the strongest family I've ever met, obviously. But some people don't have that. Some people don't have strong family connections. Some people don't have friends. So one of the visions that I see with Green Sunrise podcast was to create a community of people who just collide in a way where they are stealing ideas and they're giving each other life. Conversation. Talking is a massive therapy. We understand that there's more than just talking, yes, but talking is where it all starts. So the conversations that I have in Green Sunrise podcast is to find out information about the person, to find out if there's a fix, to find out what's going on, and to get it out there for other people to vibe off of. Or to say, look, I've got an idea. I never knew about this idea. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to use it. And I'm going to keep doing that over and over. And it's going to keep me up and alive. It's going to keep me with some sort of grasp on life. Everybody needs goals, right? And we don't. Some people just don't have goals. So Green Sunrise podcast was to show you other people's goals, but to make you aware that you can also get your goals. So this is what we do, man. The beautiful conversations I'm having with people and the information I'm finding out is just phenomenal. It's beautiful. It's heartbreaking. It's horrific. It's real. It's real. So Green Sunrise podcast is based on that. Can I make a business out of it? Yeah, of course I can. So let's make this business, right, of looking after each other. There are so many charities out there who need our help. And they will get our help. And I'm just hoping that people can realise that when you connect with another, that you're potentially saving their lives and the people that they are connected to. I volunteered at a Men Matter Scotland, a suicide prevention charity, which is now a positive support network for men. The words have changed, but the idea is still the same. And Green Sunrise is all of that as well. I was so privileged to be able to volunteer my time with this charity. I'm now working for another charity, being Enable Scotland, where I'm looking after vulnerable adults or just people that need people. Do you know what I mean? Service users that need people in their life to live, to enable them to have a life. And I found this business by accident. But the reason I found the business was from a conversation from a friend. Leanne Jeffrey, a friend that I've known for years, and she said, look, I've got something that might be up your street. Man, what? Was she right? Oh my God, man. She could not have been more right. So, this is what we do. I'm now putting my stuff out on YouTube, Anchor. You find me on Twitter. Twitter's like it's like where I put nonsense on, right? Twitter's just a place that you S to the hit. But TikTok, I'm on that as well. And I'm trying to get out for as many people as I can to understand that the stuff that I'm saying is genuinely true, honest, and from my heart. And that all I'm looking to do is steal ideas so that I can enable other people to live their life. Live their life to their potential. Everybody has potential. There are a lot of people who are lost, and Green Sunrise is your way out. Let's collect, let's connect, and let's talk. And that's where it starts. Because we don't know where it's going to finish. We are so lucky to be here. Green Sunrise podcast is all of that. I'm looking for people to invest in Green Sunrise, If you can invest from 79 pence a month, then do that. If you can invest from a fiver a month, then do that. If you can invest £100 a month, then do that. But I don't see that. This all goes back into Green Sunrise as a business, as a podcast, as a place where I'm looking for people who are in the darkness, man. I'm not the greatest guy, but everybody that I talk to are the greatest. I'm stealing their ideas, whether they like it or not. So please, support Green Sunrise. Contact me if you could support Green Sunrise. I have a Patreon service, but I'm setting up a new service so that people can pay in. And if you're interested in that, please contact me. If you've got a story or you've got an idea that has to be heard, that can help other people and can help you, please contact me. I am here. And all that jazz.